sewing machine. I'm just going to bring you back to this. I sewed all this down. As you can see, I've used the sewing machine. I don't know what I was thinking about this material. I just really liked it, but it just really detracts from my hillside. So I have some of this. I've forgotten what it's called. I'm sure people may be able to help me with that. But it's like scrim with a number of colours. It's just great. It's really, really texturised. And yeah, very stretchy and a great colour for my hillside. And I just thought, actually, I prefer to get rid of that white, which really takes your eye. So, favourite word, test and adjust. Didn't like it, but I'm quite happy with maybe some of it coming through. Now, because this actually stretches and it's woven, I'm able to kind of manipulate it. So I'm going to have a fiddle around with this to see if I wouldn't mind some of that lighter colour showing through this. I just thought, what a great thing to be able to put on the top. That is going to go on here somewhere, somehow. Like this sort of thing. Okay, so that's that covered. What I forgot to do, actually, when I sewed it the other day, was I forgot to layer it for some strange reason, like I said I was going to, and like I normally do. So here are my layers. Very, very thin bit of cotton, which is actually what I've used. Could be polycotton, which is what I've used on the back of this anyway. Then I've got my layer of fleece here, and then I've obviously got my final layer, which is what I'm going to be sewing into. So I'm going to tack this down, I think, just so that I've got it all on there, so that when I do start sewing into it, it's not going to start moving around. I want to start putting details in, and I have got the 3D effect here, but actually I think I might go over what I've already done, because it is translucent thread, like invisible thread, translucent. Yeah, we'll go with that for the minute. Can't think of another word. Because it's that, I'm happy to go over the top of it, and then we'll get this real quilting effect, which is what I want. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to tack it down instead of pin it, because it's just a lot easier when you're trying to sew, when you're doing this kind of quilting, because you're trying to go all over the place. So I'm going to tack it down, and then I'm going to do some 3D stuff on top. Okay, see you in a minute. Yeah, I'm not going to do invisible stitching because I just want to get it done quickly, so I can just start working on it. So just going to be putting massive stitches over it. Now, I have done it with safety pins and pins in the way, and the trouble is with that, it kind of interrupts your flow when you're trying to quilt. wisdom, so I've never tried this before, by the way, but in my wisdom I just thought, what is a way I can try and do this without having my pins? And then I just thought back to what I've been learning with my mum for my sewing, and I just thought, I know, I shall tack it down. So that's what's brought me to here. So very happy with that. Just going to leave that loose. Not going to worry about tying that in. As you can see, very quick stitches, not taking very long at all. Yeah, of course you're going to come off and stick on me. I have put a knot in it just to help, but I'm not knotting it at the end because I just want to pull it through at the end. So I'm kind of following the line I had before. I'm going at a slow pace. I've got my feed dogs up, and look, I'm still able to turn my work. Trying to stick to the lines that are already there, which are helpful. I'm going to turn my work, go on again, and then I'm going to turn my work again. And off I jolly well go. So what I'm doing actually is each piece has been attached from two sides. Then you get the quilting effect with it. If you just do it on the one side and leave the bottom half not quilted and attached down, that's just snapped. This is one of the issues we have with using this thread. I have to warn you, when you're using it's not metallic, but it is like using metallic thread. This invisible thread is a blooming nightmare. I don't like it at all. I had to put my proper bobbin thread onto the bottom, which is a lot finer than normal thread, because it absolutely did not want to take my other bobbin. You can't use the needle up and down as in the needle threader. You have to do it by hand, which is fine if you can find it. As you can see, I'm trying to look for it in a minute. So I'm just even see what I'm doing. Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, I can't find it now. No, can't find it. I think it's gone back up. It's really springy, so like I've just brought it all the way through and put it through sewing machine to thread it, and then it boinged up at the end. That's a technical term, you know. I've got to keep an eye on it because it's really, really fine as well, a lot finer than cotton. So you have to treat it in a different way. There we are. I put a new needle on when I started to use. Oh goodness, let me go again. Go again. There it is. Where are you? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's a pain. As I say, I don't like using it. Right. I'll say it again. Once you've got it through, right, so look, I'm holding on to it. I don't want it to go anywhere. Let's go back to where we were here. Yeah, so although it looks good on here, as in you can't see it, I just don't like using it. Not my favourite at all. Definitely change your needle, put a new needle on though, which has helped. But it's like using metallic thread. Once again, extremely, it's got a mind of its own, shall we say, when you're sewing with a sewing machine. So, yeah. Right, so I'm just going to leave that there. Going to leave my foot down, sorry. No. Bring my needle up, move it across, leaving my foot down and go from there. So you've got the long threads and you just go along and cut them off afterwards. Sounds like it snapped then. It's still working, so that's good. Because I've added the wadding, you can see we're getting the real quilted effect now, which is what we love to see when we're doing hand quilting or we're making a quilt. It's that whole where it stands up. That's what we're doing now. I'm just literally going around everything I've already gone round. Because as I explained at the beginning of the video, I forgot to put my layers on. And as my mum said, which is quite right, it does look better when it's got a layer of wadding underneath. I'm not going to worry about that around there too much because we are going to cover that over with something else. Right. Yes, that's the effect I want. Don't think I've gone over that twice. I need to go back up there. Yeah, so I was just having a look to see what else I need to do, and I need to go back up here because I forgot to do this bit. Right. So even though I've got the feed dogs down, I'm able to go forwards, backwards, sideways, I'm able to do all of that, which you may not think you could do with the feed dogs down. As I'm showing you, you can. And actually having the feed dogs down for free motioning like this, when you're doing long pieces, is completely fine. Yeah, that's better. Right. Let's show you that. There you are. So, there you are. You can see that's standing up more prominent now, which looks better. So here I am needle felting my Suffolk sheep. I decided to do Suffolk sheep because they've got a black head and black legs, and I just thought that that would look better on the landscape. They are fiddly to do because they're so small, and obviously I'm trying to make them not 3D, but certainly so they stand up a bit. Obviously you can see a lot of my hands because it was quite hard to be able to show you because they were so small. I have to say, these took a lot longer than I thought they were going to. But actually in the end, I was really happy with them. But there's lots of fiddling around with them, cutting into them to make their legs, shaping their heads actually, and trying to give them ears. That was quite hard. But yeah, it was quite hard to be able to show you, but I hope you get a sense of what I'm trying to do, although it's extremely small. And this is obviously the lamb I'm doing here. As you can see here, I couldn't really decide where to put them, and still haven't really decided. Got to decide the perspective of it, as in where I want. When I start putting in more details, then I'll know kind of where to put these little sheep. But talk about extra fiddly. So yeah, that was quite funny. Trying not to stab myself. I think I did catch myself once, which is par for the course when you're doing needle felting. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Seem to have got quite a lot done, which I'm really pleased about. Really loving the sheep as well, especially the lamb's face. Kind of looking at an angle there. I'm really pleased with that, with the ears as well. So I'll be working more on that this week, and I'll be recording that for you. So on Monday, me and my mum will be doing some slow stitching together with the Roxy's Journal of Stitcheries pouch. So I'll upload that in the middle of the week. So I look forward to hopefully seeing you there. Hope you all have a good week. Take care now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.